you're involved in many things. One of the things you're involved in is the S.O.S podcast. That's your own podcast that you started. That's under the Daily Pennsylvanian, which is our
Yeah.
biggest student newspaper on campus. They have their own podcast section. So the S.O.S podcast is, one of the podcasts featured there.
Yeah.
And you've had guests like Aether, Jonathan. I think they
Yeah.
both go to Duke, and then Naomi she's a rising junior at Penn, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. And first of all, from podcaster to podcaster, like, it's a great podcast. Like, I really enjoyed it. I watched the Aether episode earlier today. It was great.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. I don't get that a lot, probably because, like, as I was telling you before, like, I don't look at the analytics and stuff, like, and like I just record it, want to have like a casual conversation with someone and just, put it out there if anyone wants to hear it. Try to send home a good message or a different message, but yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm glad that I started that. I feel like it's been a nice, like, creative juice that's been flowing through my blood, that I really wanted to start something on my own. And yeah, as you said, like, those guests, some of them from LBW, some of them from Penn that I've known over this past year virtually. And hopefully that list keeps growing. I got to start planning for the fall already, see what I'm going to do different, see what I'm going to change or keep the same. So yeah, I'm glad you like it. And yeah, shameless plug right here for the S.O.S podcast.
Hey, there are no shameless plugs on the Oluswole podcast. Link to the podcast will be in the description down below.
Hey,
but yeah,
let's get it.
Yeah, no problem. You said that the podcast allows you, like, it gives you a platform for you to, channel your creative juices. But tell me more about why exactly you wanted to start it.
Yeah, so I have a decent story about this. So in the fall semester, I was working at the call center. Don't know if you know too much about it, but it's like a part-time job. You're literally just like calling Penn alums for donations. And they were operating virtually. So I was just working from my room on my computer, talking through this mic actually, and just talking to people, trying to get them to donate and stuff. And, it was a good job for the time being. Like, I made a little bit of bread there. But I don't know, like, I just felt like the hours, like, they were very flexible, don't get me wrong, but like, it was always like 6 to 9 at night. And I felt like that 3 hours, like, I could have been doing like so much more, like, with my job. Like, I would do it right, and then like I couldn't be able to do like homework at the same time as work, so I would do my homework after. And I felt like it was always like a time crunch. And after about like 5 months, I think, within which I got promoted to like some type of, not manager position, but like supervisor position almost. And like I thought I was gonna stay there for a while, but then came like the winter break, and I was like thinking about it, and I was like, I don't think I want to do this until the end of spring. And I don't know, I just felt like I needed to do something creative. And the podcast was up there, making a blog was up there, starting to like upload on YouTube was up there. And I don't know, like, I think I think she's a rising senior now. Her name is Soraya, and she told me like the DP has this podcast team that's like fairly small, and she's like, oh, if you're interested, reach out to them. And with that, like, I don't know, everything just clicked at once. Like, I told my manager I was gonna leave the job, that I wanted more time for myself to explore like my creativity, whatever that meant at the time. And then I joined the DP, and I joined the podcast department, and they were like, yeah, like, this is your podcast. You do whatever you want, whatever topic you want. And, we're just here to publish it, which is what I needed the most, because I didn't know how to like publish anything at all. Like, I just knew how to record, and that's it. And they gave me that opportunity. And, that's where I was able to speak to people, make that intro, like make those episodes. Like, it really felt like I was doing something with my time. And, I guess that's what I mean by like creative juices. And, overall, like, I'm just really glad that everything lined up at the moment, and I was able to start that.